our second video. The first video we used a Permatex product to go ahead and fix a chip in the windshield. This is a different vehicle we have that has another chip, and we decided to use a different product to compare the two. This one's more in the line of Rain-X style. As you can see, it comes with all these products. You got the actual device, you got the resin chamber. This is called a driver, which is going to push the resin down into the crack. You got your resin, you got your razor blade, and you got your curing strips. So, as in the first video, I put a little piece of white tape right here just to hopefully highlight the chip a little bit right there. And I've got some smaller chips down here that I'm not going to use the actual machine on. I'm just going to use the curing strips and see if it covers those up. As before, first thing you want to do is clean your windshield. I've already done this. You take some rubbing alcohol or whatever kind of glass cleaner you prefer. Make sure it's free of any debris. Okay, the first step is to take your base. Base has a center hole in it right here that you want to put that center over top of the chip that you're trying to fix. So we'll get that good and centered. I'm going to press down and make sure it's good and secure. Your next step is you're going to take your resin chamber, which has a little, lack of better words, like a rubber washer on the end of it, that once you secure this down, it's going to make a seal around the chip with the windshield. I'm going to screw this down till it's snug against the windshield. What it's going to do, it's going to create a seal that's going to keep the resin from leaking out, and it's going to help the driver push the resin down in the crack. Okay, we've got all that snug and firmly in there. The next step says to put 3 to 6 drops of resin down inside the chamber. Now, this is kind of like a small crack, so I'm going to do about 3 drops, maybe 4 drops. And we'll try that and we'll see how that goes. Remember to do this in the shade until it's time for the last step, and we'll pull the vehicle out into the sunlight. Alright, so let's see if we can get this in without making a mess. And once we get 3 or 4 drops in there, I'm going to put the driver in. And what this does is it's going to force the air that's inside of here to push down on that resin to hopefully repair our chip. So it says to tighten this just about all the way. That should be pretty good. That's pretty snug. So then we're going to wait about 10 minutes. We're going to take this off and follow through with the next steps. Alright, we've given it about 10, almost 15 minutes. So it says to go ahead and take this off. Loosen this up. May want to have a towel ready in case some resin starts to run. And then loosen up your suction cups. And remove the entire section. Now, we got some resin running, so I'm going to try to keep that as wiped up and as clean as possible. I shouldn't say running, some resin leaked out when I turned it. Now, it says to take a small amount of resin and place right on the top of your chip, like so. And we're going to go ahead and put on the curing strip, and we're going to pull the vehicle out into the sunlight. It said not to press directly down on top of it. You just lay it on there and pull it out into the sunlight for, it says 6 to 10 minutes. I guess you could leave it a little bit longer, whatever. And as I said earlier in the video, we're going to go ahead and put a small amount on these little surface chips, like so. And put one of the other sheets of curing strips on top of that. And we'll see how this works. Back in a few minutes. Alright, it says to wait about 6 to 10 minutes. We've given it somewhere around 15-20 minutes. I'm going to take the razor blade that they give us, and we're going to start this little spot. That looks rather good. Let's take this top part off. It says to take your razor blade and just scratch off the excess resin. Around your spot. I think it's definitely looking better, but it's not completely disappeared. You can see the chip right there is still there, but it definitely looks better than it did. Check our little chips. They look to pretty much be eliminated. So it definitely worked good on the little chips. Still got some resin I gotta scrape off. But all in all, I'd say it does what it's advertised in repairing the windshield to keep it from spreading or getting more damage. I do not think that either one's going to make it completely invisible. So comparing this and the last product we used, I'd say about the same as one as it is the other. So that's where I'm at on this. I think the other applicator was a little easier to use. This one's a little bit more complicated. But the results are virtually the same. Take the tape off. Finish scraping the resin. Get it free from any debris. And you can see what we got left. So there you have it, folks. Stay tuned for our next video.